We're between the mountains at the foot of the Alps in northern Italy, to be precise, on Lake Iseo. The name of this town, Sarnico, might suggest to you the name of the shipyard where we're headed. And now, let's get in this Maserati Gran Cabrio. Destination, the RIVA shipyard. I'm about to take you where pleasure boating was born. I think that all manufacturers should give credit to a man who made people want to go motorboating. Carlo Riva. A fortunate historical coincidence gave rise to legend. At the time that Riva was producing its most attractive motorboats, the world's celebrities discovered the pleasure of boating. This was the 1960s. A good part of the success has to be attributed to paparazzi, to beautiful actresses like Brigitte Bardot, to royals like the Shah of Iran, and to locations like the Côte d'Azur and Saint-Tropez. Over the years, Riva developed big yachts up to 115 feet long. The technology changed the materials and the production methods, but there was no foregoing the artisanal working of the wood. In popular culture, the Aquarama remains the shipyard symbol and has been called the world's most beautiful boat. Just think what a vintage motorboat like this is worth. You can't know exactly. It's like a historic Ferrari. The more years pass, the more it's worth. It's one more reason why Rivas are boats that stand apart from all the others. The Iseo 27 is destined to become an icon, both for the integrity of the Riva brand and for the technical and stylistic perfection with which it is made. The style is the work of Mauro Micheli's Officina Italiana design, while the more technical aspects of the project The Iseo is still built here on the lake, where everything started in 1842, and even today the tradition remains. The construction methods are cutting edge, but at the same time other craftwork of great refinement was maintained, such as the 20 coats of varnish, 10 brushed and 10 sprayed. The result is a mirror-like surface of rare beauty. No one will ever be able to achieve anything like it, because this isn't just a modern, luxurious, elegant product. This runabout carries with it something unique, 170 years of history. It's 8 meters and 24 centimeters long and 2.5 meters wide. This way, it can also be transported along the roads, carried on a trailer made by Riva specially built for towing it behind a powerful pickup. Every element is the result of manual work comparable to that of artists like painters and sculptors. The choice of materials is the fruit of long and passionate research carried out with the aim of achieving uncommon expressions of elegance. Mahogany is the noble wood of boats and represents tradition, luxury, and even the longevity of the product. The helm, with its fabric finish, the hand-stitched leather, and the stupendous working of the steel, is shaped until it almost seems like plastic in its form. The helm console has a fascinating retro flavour to it. The indicator lights are made in an old-fashioned style, almost as if to remind us of the long history of the brand. Nothing is mundane, not even a handle. Everything is original, designed and realised exclusively for this model. There's room for 7 people on board, 4 on seats and 3 on the sofa, which has a high back to better protect your guests. Starting from the centre of the hull, the sides gradually slope, as do the sunbed and the stern coamings, which gently approach the water. A design of incomparable beauty, but one that doesn't forget the functionality, and these side rub rails are the example. Splendid in their design and fundamental for walking alongside without damaging the splendid livery. This is the only boat on which I would let a woman in high heels to come on board. Here only elegance is admitted, and safety. Today I want to take you to see Europe's biggest island. It's not England, it's Montisola. Just think, in such a small body of water, there's the biggest lake island of the old world. The Iseo 27 can be powered with 3 different engines, a 260 horsepower Yamaha or another 320 horsepower diesel Yamaha, or the petrol Mercruiser, also 320 horsepower. Whatever engine you choose, you will always have stern drive propulsion, which will enable you to maneuver easily in port, stay on course during navigation, and adjust the boat's trim with the trim tab control. The engine that we have on board this boat today is the Yamaha V8, 4,460 cc. It's a bi-turbo diesel with a common rail fuel supply, and in its most powerful version, it is able to deliver 380 horsepower at 3,800 revs per minute. But on this model, it's sufficient to depower it to 320 horsepower. If you wanted to use this boat in protected waters, such as the Australian lakes, for example, where the internal combustion engine is prohibited or requires paying high taxes, the Iseo 27 also comes in a zero-emission mode version with a hybrid engine, diesel and electric. The cruising speed is 3,500 revs per minute, 35 knots, and it's a pleasure to drive, especially with a RIVA. It's elegant even in the way in which it navigates. 3,800 revs per minute, 40 knots, and it's truly quiet and comfortable. And here's Montisola. It won't take more than a moment to circle around it at this speed. I wish this test would never end, because you never tire of looking at this boat or driving it. It's fast, nimble, has a quick acceleration, unbelievable maneuverability, and it turns very quickly. It's fantastic to let it loose and turn. It's far more exciting just a few centimeters above the water, and that's why I like motorboats. With a boat like this, you won't pass unnoticed. In fact, you may have the opposite problem of not letting yourself be recognized, especially with that breathtaking blonde at your side. But the Iseo 27 is a perfect accomplice, because with the excuse of the sun, you can close the cockpit cover, disappear down here, and leave for your romantic escapade.